right, so today's current-ish talk, or current-ish talk, it's current-ish podcast now. Sip on some fucking current-ish.
There you go.
Oh damn, that's a good
Yeah,
title.
that's good.
Sip on some
Yeah.
current-ish. Damn. I did too. We're coming up with shit. We're talking about politics today. I'm not well versed in this situation, but I've done a little bit of research over the past hour.
That's all right, like that.
Nah, I've done a little bit, but with the presidential, I guess you could say,
Candidates.
candidates
People
and
that are
debate
going
coming
to try
up.
to be running. So these are your
Nominees.
Yeah.
Ron DeSantis. All right, I have some shit to talk about him, and we only have a short amount of time. So he went live with
Twitter.
Elon. Yeah. Did you see that?
Well, it failed. It was
Oh.
20 minutes of a black screen and in and out conversation and basically a big ass motherfucking failure.
His delivery sucked too. I was listening. Shout out Tim Cass IRL. Love that dude. That's where I get most of my political information from. He made a very valid point. Ron DeSantis has no delivery. Like he is not a charismatic person, and it sucks because Joe Biden has better fucking charisma than him. Hey, look, if you're
Yeah.
like me, you're all about delivery, and it's like you have to put on a show instead of sounding like, whoa, a fucking lecture teacher that's telling you about the biblical days of when he had to rise from his tomb and what it was like. I mean, shit. It was boring.
I mean, that's not even talking about just his super crazy rhetoric. I mean, I don't know. Let's just take a look at what's happening in Florida. And is that really what we want everywhere?
Okay,
Like,
but he does have okay policies. Okay, have you looked at them?
I mean, I don't know.
They're all right.
I don't know.
They're all right.
I say
They're
let's
not bad.
go. I say let's move on from DeSantis.
Trump.
We got Trump,
Trump
of
the man.
course.
I'm not a Trump fan,
We're-
but
we're just gonna leave it at Trump.
I love Trump because he's a fucking character. He would be a great comedian in my eyes.
Yeah, because he's the best punchline.
He's got him.
We also got Steve Lafayette.
Let me see.
Lafayette.
Steve Lafay.
Lafayette.
Lafay.
Lafayette.
Lafay.
He's a former, mayor of some town in Rhode Island.
She has it written down on her hand.
I do.
Not notes. You were supposed to just hand. Like right now. I
And
gotta
then
write
we've
this shit
got,
down.
Let's see, Haley. She's a former,
Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley. She's former governor for South Carolina. She was an ambassador, a U.S. ambassador at the UN under Trump. These are all Republican nominees or Republican candidates.
No
that
Democrats,
are-
huh?
Not yet. I mean, Democrats, we have two. One that's officially declared, which is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's an attorney, comes from political family, political royalty. Some would say.
Like the fucking Rosenbergs or whatever. Rothschilds.
Rothschild.
Yeah, I said
so-
Rosenbergs. Like I knew what I was talking about. Yeah.
Democrat also, well, she technically hasn't said she's gonna run, but she's raising the money for it. Okay. Please, I hope there's more Democrats that run.
Democrats,
name-
pick your shit up.
Is Marianne Williamson, and she's a fucking self-help author, guys. We need some people out here, like some serious candidates, please. Like, what the fuck?
Wait,
Don't
she's
get me
a
wrong.
self-help author,
Self-help
and she's
author.
running as a Democrat president.
Yes. She actually ran in 2020 on a, no violence platform or some shit like that. But come on. If we don't want crazy people, we need some sane people out here to run for president. What the fuck?
Get your shit together, people.
Like, what the fuck?
What do you
We've
think?
got-
So out of this selection, who right now have you looked at anybody's policies and what they're going towards?
Honestly, no. Starting out with what jobs have they held to make them think they can be president?
We already know the self-help author should not be in that category. Okay, look, I don't want to shit on the fucking brick, but as we say, I'm not holding any punches back. Help yourself first. All right, yeah, you're a self-help author, but look, the world's not gonna be fixed by self-help. If you can't be like fucking Trump or Biden, which are two presidential candidates again, which to me, if we had somebody with Trump's policies and a better attitude, possibly, you know, without making statements as they did, we would be somewhere, you know. Fuck. It does not look good next year.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It really
You
doesn't.
know, according to other job titles, I do kind of like the Republican candidate, Vivek Ramaswamy. I don't fucking know.
I
guys.
can't read her handwriting.
It's Ramaswamy. That guy.
Ramaswamy.
I mean, if anything, this dude might be onto something because he's a multimillionaire already, so he's already got money.
So does Trump.
So, wait, he's actually got like money where he's not under investigation every year by the IRS. So,
Fair point.
you know,
Very
like,
fair
he's
point.
got money.
He's a baller.
Yes.
24-inch rims.
So I'm thinking if he's already got money, he ain't trying to make more. He isn't trying to go for more power.
Are you sure?
Maybe just fuck with policy.
I don't know.
Like everybody else.
Again, Ron DeSantis, Florida. I know you're not a fan of him.
I am not a fan.
But this is why we work so well together. Is because I kind of am. I just hate the fact that he is not a charismatic person. He has the most drowning. Like, I listened to the Twitter thing. I listened to the whole 7 minutes of his shit, and it was like, fuck, bro. I could take a nap and wake up and still not miss anything. But what he was saying had merit. You know, it had some merit to it. But the delivery wasn't there. It's like with comedy, acting, and things like that. You gotta have delivery, you gotta have emphasis, and you gotta believe in what you fucking say. That's why Trump works so well. You know that, right? Because he believes in everything. He might say one thing one week, and the next week say something different, but it sounds great because he believes in both of the shit he just said.
Yeah,
Nah, that's irrelevant.
That's true. But most people would find that to be a sign of some like mental health issues. But whatever. I mean, I guess we should let
I mean, you're not wrong.
let him run for president again.
Fair point.
Vote for him
Definitely fair point.
because he has mental health issues.
Do you vote?
I don't. But I don't vote because I do not have the right to vote.
She's a felon, dog.
I am not a felon.
She's not a felon. I don't vote because I don't vote. I'm lazy.
I'm an immigrant. I
Oh
immigrated.
yeah, she's an immigrant. That's right.
That's right.
Fuck. Oh
Yes.
well. Speaking of that, what do you think about the borders being let open and people coming through?
Well, first of
How
all,
Biden did that? That's an interesting. You know.
that's not even really what the fuck is happening. I really feel like this whole border like thing is just one of those. How do you say? It's like when you give a baby a rattle. You know, it's like, here, baby, look at this rattle. Play with the rattle so that they don't notice that you're fucking walking across with some toy or, you know, the house is on fire or,
you
know,
wanted him to stay calm. It was a distraction.
There you go. So the border policy and all of that bullshit is a rattle. A rattle so that we don't concentrate on all of the shit that's actually happening to our home?
Oh.
Like our food. Like what the fuck is happening with that?
Prices
Like,
going up.
you know, our pharmaceuticals.
Prices going up.
Our medical insurance and bills. Like,
Unaffordable.
like why are we not talking about that? Or you know how there are more changes to your fucking cell phone in the short lifespan of a cell phone than there have been to the educational system.
It's money.
Why are we talking
Monetization.
about that instead?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Or-
why do we care so much about a fucking border that, first of all, isn't even natural?
No.
You know? Like, what is this idea of, like, keeping people out? Like, oh, you
Well-
can't be number one because there's nothing above number... Bro, what if we can all just fucking have what we need to survive? Like, I'm not saying let's all be socialists and anarchists and, you know, fuck order and fuck laws. But I'm saying, why are we not revisiting this? Why are we not looking at what isn't working and fucking take it out? And look at what is working and leave it. If it's not broken, why are we going to try to fix it?
Well, because change is always better.
But change is natural. Change
Yeah.
will naturally happen if something is
So
naturally working.
I do have something to say about the border thing. With them opening it up and letting people in, there's that cause of, you know, you're not always you don't know who's coming in. Like, for example, you don't know if they're
Bro,
a killer.
you never fucking know. You could be living with and married
but
to a person for 30 years and not even know they're a fucking serial killer.
This is
Real
very
life,
true.
That shit happens
It is
to
very
more
true.
than one person.
And again, you
Just
know,
saying.
that's why you run those checks. You try to be as safe as possible when doing things like that. Because, for example, if I were to go move over to a different country, I would expect that I would have a lot of hoops to jump through. You know, just being the white. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty much a poster child for World War II Hitler ad. Right? Tall, blonde, blue-eyed, fucking big. All right, come on, you're part of us. And it's like, I would expect somebody to fucking assume something. I mean, I would not let everybody in without a check. Not even a child. I mean, fuck. You don't know what kind of diseases or anything they're bringing in. I mean, we have the healthcare system to do things for the people like that. We have the fucking regulations. It's just Biden, I feel, is just going, open the fucking gates and letting people in.
I think maybe had is the right word. We had the medical engineering and technology. But I mean, honestly, as far as technology and medicine and a lot of stuff like that, it's not in the US anymore. It's not.
Where's it at? China?
No,
Wuhan.
it's in like fucking, it's in Europe. It's those northern countries up in Europe that are like nice and quiet and you know, you don't really expect anything from them.
It's the smaller towns.
It's the smaller fucking
They don't have to deal with
countries.
shit, more people.
I'm just saying, like, maybe we should start looking a little bit to Northern Europe and be like, what the fuck? How are you guys doing so amazing?
Maybe
Well,
our-
the rest of the earth is on fire!
Maybe we should look into
But,
population control for the next episode.
Hey, there you go.
All right,
There you
guys.
go.
That is it. I hope you enjoyed. This is Carla. I'm Mark. Fucking, what are we calling it? Current-ish podcast.
Current-ish.
Sip on that, bitches.